like I said, we definitely, brother, we have to go through this storm. There is no other way around it. We have to accept whatever comes to us and make the best out of it.
That's a fact.
So don't complain, because we just have to be grateful all the time. It should be a life of gratitude and not a life of complaint.
Yep.
Because God is good, man.
All the time.
I'm telling you, God is good.
All the time.
So whatever comes to your life or whatever happens into your life, know that it is molding and shaping you into a better person. That's the way I see it. No matter what happens.
Yes, sir.
Do I have an accident? It's molding me and shaping me into a better person. There is always a lesson to learn in every situation. In every circumstance, there is always a lesson to learn. So now you will only be able to see, the handwriting of God in every situation when you give thanks to God in every situation. When you say, God, thank you for what happened. I don't know why this happened.
I'm grateful for
Yeah. Like, I'm going for a good cause and this happened. I thank you, Lord. I don't know why it happened, but God is good. I thank you. And now when you thank God with all your heart, God starts, sending those breadcrumbs your way and those sparks for you to know that, his hand is upon you and he's leading you somewhere. He's training you. He's molding your patience. He's training your perseverance. He's kind of reshaping your focus for you to know that, God is good all the time. No matter what happens, the most important thing is you're breathing, you're healthy, you're alive. Yes, and do you know one good thing about God? God has finished everything about GQ. God is done. He's finished everything about you. And it's beautiful. I'm talking about your future. I'm talking about your purpose. God has aligned everything. We are the ones who go out of alignment. We are the ones who derail sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we derail. But God is the highest GPS, because whenever you derail, God is going to bring you back onto your track and say, every time. He's not going to judge you. He's going to bring you back, because God is waiting on us all the time. Waiting on us. Waiting on us. So that's it. I mean, brother, be strong, man. No. No. I have been through the worst. And I smile. And I give thanks to God. Because I believe.
That's the first step, believe.
I believe everything is working for my highest good. No matter what it is, tell me my mom just passed away. Everything is happening for my highest good. You kicked me out because I couldn't pay my rent. Everything is happening. I mean, it's my highest good, man. I believe in one thing. I believe there is one God, one love, one goodness, one blessing. I don't believe in any other thing, man. I believe in God so much. Yes, sir. So cool, man. It's good to have you here, man.
Oh, man, I thank you for having me.
Let me tell you something about you. You don't even know who you are. Sometimes people can see you better than you see yourself. I'm telling you, bro. And I'm beginning to see you. For real, man. I'm beginning to see you. You are an exceptional and exclusive type of person, man, for real. You have a very wonderful heart.
Thank you, man.
For real. For you to be able to make it to this show despite the odds against you is enough for you to back off and say, man, you know what? This is a bad sign. I'm not going there. But here you are. Why? Because you have a very big, magnificent, wonderful heart. And don't chase anything. Don't fight for anything. Just be open, be receptive to what God is sending your way. It might not look like what you're expecting, but I'm telling you, that's how God works. Because God is in heaven, we are on earth. What does that mean? His ways and our ways are not the same. God is wonderful, man. For real. Yeah, for real. You are up for something good, great, wonderful. I'm telling you, bro, this is a God telling another God. Because we have the bigger God. But we are God here on earth. We are here to do wonderful things. Amazing things.
Amazing things.
So when I pray for you.
Appreciate it.
You know why I pray for you? I pray for you, I pray for thee, I pray for people around me. Because these are my masterminds. These are people who want me to succeed. Genuinely.
Yes, sir.
Authentically. These are the people who want me to go up.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, they're doing what they're doing they go out of their way to do what they're doing to support me.
Yes, sir.
Everyone around me. That's God. God doesn't need to send Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk to me for me to know that he's a wonderful God. These are my Elon Musk.
That's a fact.
These are my Jeff Bezos, man. For real. And I'm glad to have you all.
Appreciate you for having me again.
We're going to make this money together.
Yes, sir.
Money is not the problem. It's never going to be the problem. We're going to make this money together.
Yes, sir.
You and I.
Let's do it.
Let's
do it.
Everyone, we're going to smile. The most important thing is finding who we are, man. That's very important.
Definitely.
Nobody can put you down unless you put yourself down.
Yeah.
Nobody. No circumstances. We are above all circumstances for real.
Yes,
We are.
Yes,
You're
sir.
blessed, man. Now, there is something that is very important. I want to get your perspective about it.
Okay.
And the thing is this. We're talking about cheating.
Okay.
If your partner cheats on you for the very first time, you consider her to be first offender. Prior to that, she has been wonderful to you. She has been caring and loving and supportive. But I don't know what happened. And she messed up. Are you going to forgive and accept her back? Or are you going to forgive and let her go?
I mean, where I am in my life right now, I'm most definitely gonna forgive and let her go. I'm definitely gonna forgive and let her go because I know my worth, or I'm learning it more now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I realize a first offender is just gonna continue to be an offender. They're gonna continue to do it. They'll find better ways to do it so that, it's just something in them to just continue to want to yearn for attention and or affection from somebody else. And they told you that, they showed you that. So you can't be the one to act like you didn't see it, you don't know, it was just an accident. It wasn't no accident. It happened because it was something that was exposing you to who this person really is. And I'm speaking from, I done cheated before. I done been in that seat before. And I know why I did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not judging it from a space of not knowing. I'm very knowledgeable as to why people do the things that they do. But what you accept is what you accept. And the first time it's like, oh, okay, well, I understand why you did that, but we can't move forward after this because I'm going to always be thinking that you're yearning for that same attention and or affection again from somewhere. Because now what I got to do? Work harder so that you don't do it again? No. And I'm speaking from the space of a person who's done it, who's been in that space. Like, I done cheated on somebody and they allowed me to come back, and guess what I did? I did it again because the same problem is still alive in the relationship. The same issue is still there. So it's nothing bringing us closer except words. And we all know words only gonna take you so far. Actions is what we're really looking for, and in that space, I just don't see no reconciliation from it for real. You'll forever live in this like space of wondering if, So yeah, no, it's one and done. Okay, you did that.
But what about somebody who have this regret, remorse, and contrite heart, and be like, I messed up. I take responsibility for what I did.
Yeah.
But I am ready to work on myself. I am ready to turn things around when it comes to me. Like, I want to change. I want to be born again. Not to do what I did the last time. And she is talking to you, the husband. Are you gonna take her back? And she meant every word, and she is working towards be a very new person. So the question is, are you going to take her back?
Well, in a marriage, I believe I would probably be more accepting to a second chance. But like outside of that, no.
Yeah, marriage. Oh wow, yeah, I like that.
Marriage definitely, because we gave vows. You know what I'm saying? We vowed ourselves to each other. And so through sickness and health, good, bad, and ugly, this is what the vows say, right? Unless you write your own, and then you in for a whole nother beast. But for the most part, like in a marriage, you know what I'm saying, it's a contractual agreement outside of the actual spiritual unity behind it. It's just certain things you don't do, certain things that's not supposed to happen. But in a marriage, you're more in a better position to accept it and compromise and move forward. You know what I'm saying? Especially if, like you said, the woman is actually putting the effort, and she's actually, you know what I'm saying, she's actually actively pursuing reassurance from you in this situation, then okay. But I mean, outside of that, no, because again, like I was saying earlier, a lot of times words are words. You can say what you want to say, and I'm forced now to sit back and observe you and watch you and to see if your words match your actions. Now in a marriage, if your words don't match your actions, then I guess that just signed that you on the verge of the chopping block. I don't see, well, I can't say that, but I will say that for the most part, for lack of better words, yes, in a marriage, she's probably gonna get a better chance at a second chance versus us not.
But I think some people are gonna flip the page. Some people are gonna be like, for marriage, because we had this vow and you broke the vow by sleeping with someone else, is over. Then relationship, somebody's gonna be like, okay, we playing, okay, we gonna let's play. You know, like,
no,
I don't
can
give
see
it that.
I can see that definitely. You know, but at the end,
But I love your concept.
Yeah.
I love what you said.
At
like
the end
when it
of the
comes
day,
to marriage,
you know, people have their own perception and their own mindset behind things, and like some people can deal with cheating to whatever degree. Some people just can't. Some people never bounce back. I got a homeboy right now. They've been together 14 years. On the verge of divorce right now because he cheated 12 years ago.
wow. She just found out.
No. She knew then.
And she brought it up.
And they just been battling back and forth with it. And they just now getting to the point of figuring out like, oh, well, yeah, maybe we should just go our separate ways. 12 years later. That's crazy.
What do you have to say about that?
I mean, I'm gonna keep my comments limited, but personally, hell no. I'd have been sent shorty on about her way a long time ago, because just imagine what that man had to endure within those 12 years because you haven't forgiven him about something that he's adamantly sorry for. Changed his behavior, changed everything. Still applying the same things that he was applying in the beginning. Everything's the same, minus the fact that he stepped out on you. 12 years later, y'all finally getting a divorce. That's crazy. That should have happened a long time ago.
What I can say to that is she never loved him in the first place.
Hey.
For real, because what you think is love is not love.
Hey, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Yeah, because you can't tell me that you love someone and love is forgiveness, and you keep bringing that shit up.
Every time.
Every time.
Step of the way, you want to bring up something.
Making drama out of what happened 12 years ago? That's bullshit.
If it's like that, if that's the space, y'all better off just go ahead and separate it, man, because that's toxic. Kids are involved. Y'all friends come around, parents come around. They feel the energy. They can tell y'all not really like, you know, that idle couple that y'all put off, especially if you implementing social media. You know how many fake married couples it is on social media? And they creating this narrative of unity and blah, blah, blah. But then months later, they breaking up, they separated. Like, it's a trend going on. And that's not helping the mindset behind relationships. That's not helping the mindset behind completion, togetherness, unity. It's not healthy to that, because there's no forgiveness in that. We spent 12 years of you constantly reminding me of something that I did then. You didn't forgive me.
He didn't love me. He didn't love me.
It's impossible.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, so no, I don't. I feel like when it comes to relationships, when it's over, it's over. Let it be.
Yeah.
Because people deserve that freedom to be able to align with somebody who actually means well. someone who they actually mesh with, someone who they actually can learn, love, and unite with. You know what I'm saying? Like just separate so that
Yeah, but like what you said resonated with me because I can remember back in the years when I was, doing, those type of shit, being in a relationship, to me, I call it unworthy relationship, anyways. Because it's not God found or God type of relationship. Now the lady keeps reminding me of the things I did in the past, of my fuck ups, and I'll be like, I'm sorry, and every time I keep apologizing, like I am sorry for what I did. And next week, if something goes wrong, next month, if something goes wrong, she will keep reminding me what I did. And I will be like, I'm sorry. I told you I'm sorry. And before you know, we're going to have drama. We're going to start arguing and stuff like that. And I was kind of managing the whole situation, right? Because I was thinking it was normal, for her to remember stuff like that. But when I found out that that's not love, that is crucifixion, that is, someone trying to completely kill you.
That's I think that's under the umbrella of narcissism, though.
Exactly.
Because she's choosing to hold on to that to use it as a weapon.
As a weapon, every single time.
Like you already premeditated your tactic. You already know how, because I didn't empty the garbage. You already know how you gonna come in and say some old spiteful shit too.
And I think we should be smart enough to know when a woman is doing something like that, complaining all the time and reminding you of your dark days. We should be smart enough to say, okay, I want to bounce. Like, it's over. Like,
because obviously you haven't letting it go. Obviously you're going to continue to beat me down with this one little thing. But the difference is between men and women is we don't do that. We're not sitting there holding tally of things that somebody did to us so that we can remind them in the moments when, like, we're not doing that. Because here's the thing, truthfully, and I know a lot of men gonna be able to agree with me on this. Every single thing that a woman does, we don't speak on it. Right? But every single thing that we do, you brush your damn teeth wrong, she gonna have something to say about it. You leave outside, forget to take the trash with you, she gonna have something to say about it. Don't put the top on the toothpaste, she gonna have something to say about it. One shoe in the middle of the damn floor, she could have easily slid the shoe over so nobody trips over it. But instead, she'd rather make a big deal out the fact that you left your shoe in the middle of the floor. That says a lot about that woman. Because are you my helpmate or not? You could have helped me and just moved the damn shoe out the way. Instead, you waited until one of these kids tripped over it to make a big deal out of it. That's narcissism. Because you knew that it was possible for somebody to trip over the shoe. Obviously, it's out of sight, out of mind when it comes to me, so I'm not thinking about moving the shoe. But you, as the woman, it's bothering you all day that this damn shoe is sitting right here. As my helpmate, just pick it up and move it out the way. But no, you rather crucify me and use it as a bullet for when you catch an attitude. See, I always gotta say something to you. You always leaving your shoes in the middle of the floor. You leave the top of the toothpaste off. It's just who want to brush their teeth with that hard ass toothpaste. You notice all of these things all day and you let them sit like that. So you just as equally wrong in the situation as me, but you gonna sit here and beat me down? Come on, that's not healthy. That's not. What can we do with that? Except for feel the way that we feel. Keep things bottled inside the way that we keep them bottled in. Why would we talk to you if everything we say to you, you use it against me? I don't have nothing to say to you. I don't got nothing for you. But then that's where the unhealthiness comes in us. And now we've taken what we've gained from our last relationship into the next one. And this one, she's more vocal. She's more open. She's more understanding. She's more considerate. But you ain't even gonna give her a chance because of what you just came from. It's like a ripple effect. Like one thing brings another, eliminates another. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that you brought up is that's how we can overcome that. That's how we can get past that. When things happen, bye. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. Don't give nobody room to alter how you feel about your self-respect, because at the end of the day, when they do stuff like that, that's because they lack respect for you. So they're gonna find ways to keep hitting you every time.
But I think, like, what you said is true. I applaud that. That's true. That's basically true. I think women are wired to be like that. And the reason is because women can love you can love as much as men love. We love. We truly love. We are love. Man. So because we are love and we know how to love and we can do anything to love, we don't keep bringing the past to the present because that's not love. But women are not wired like that. Sometimes I don't blame them because just like we talked about emotion the other time, it has to do with emotion. And they are very, very emotional. And because they are very emotional, what do? We can't do anything. So that's who they are, and we are who we are. But I want you to understand that when a woman say "I love you," what that means is I feel good about you. Yeah, that's what it means. I love you, baby. I feel good right now.
At this very moment.
At this very moment, maybe because of what you did
Because of
for
what you
her,
did.
or
Yeah.
how you make her feel. So it's all
Yeah.
about stimulation for women.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, man, you don't mind going out there picking out garbages because you want to feed your family. You don't give a shit. No shame in that because your family is your pride. You are fighting for your goddamn family. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you don't have to come back home and start, telling your woman how you walked, whatever you went through. So we are wired that way.
Soon as we get in the car coming from where we just came from, it's here, and when we get out the car, it's gone. When we get in the house, we got a whole different mindset. We not thinking about pouring onto them and telling them how heavy the day was, or how our boss got on our nerves, or how our mama called borrowing money, or we don't do that. We go straight in, get in the shower, change our clothes, turn the TV on, and watch the game. Roll that blunt, pour that drink.
Talk. So what you gonna do in that situation is this: hey, baby, I told you I'm sorry for what I did, right? I'm sorry, and this is not happening again. So stop bringing it back, because if you do bring them back on again, man, I'm gonna bounce. Like, this is not gonna be
standards.
It's not exactly. We have to have boundaries. Don't raise this shit up again. Because I'm a different person right now, and I'm doing the best that I can do to uphold this family, right? To do the best, to love you the best that I can. But if you keep bringing this up, this is what is gonna happen. I'm gonna really, really go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do something that I ain't supposed to be doing, but I'm trying to keep my mind on straight.
Yeah.
And this is the things that push me out the door. This is the things that push me into the arms of another woman. This is the things that keep me outside drinking and smoking with my homeboys. This is it right here.
You're right here. So that brings us back to unconditional love. I have been with women in the past, in this podcast, and they keep telling me that there is nothing like unconditional love. They say that is a myth. That is, is not real. Unconditional love. And I don't blame them when women say it's not real, because that's who they are. They don't operate on unconditional love. They operate on conditioned love or conditional love, right? So, but now my question to you is this. Do you believe on unconditional love? Love without conditions. Love without attachment. Love without expectation. Do you believe in it? Do you live by that, principle?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I used to think that something like that was possible, but it's honestly because of the woman that my mother is. She's an unconditional lover. She don't care what you're going through, what you've been through, who you are, what you're doing right now in this moment in your life. She's gonna love you. She'll offer you a plate, offer you a place to stay, the shirt off her back. It don't matter. That's just who my mama is. But I think to answer that, I only think that the people who love unconditionally is parents, mothers to be more specific, because if we go down the history of parenthood, we see a lot of fathers are absent. They disappeared for whatever reason. That was a condition. The condition wasn't right, so they slid. But the some mamas, because I know of some stories of mamas abandoning their children as well. But for the most part, I think that a mother is the only one who loves unconditionally, and that only goes to the children.
So what about unconditional love between partners?
No. I don't think that there's no such thing as unconditional love in relationships, because it's give and take. It's based on conditions. It's
You be-
based on what you can bring, what you can do, who you are, how you receive me. It's based on it. So no, nothing's unconditional. Now, once you get to know that person and you know them wholeheartedly and you say, I'm still going to choose to love you anyway, cool. But even still, it's still under a certain condition, because when you do something that person don't like and or agree with, they're not going to want to be around you. Oh, I ain't going out with him. He get too drunk. But if that's your brother, why don't you tell him slow down, drink some water, put some food on his belly.
Yeah, but you can still have unconditional love for somebody and not be with them.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. That's not unconditional. That's still a conditional situation because you're not with them. If it was unconditional, it wouldn't matter. We could be together no matter what. Alcoholism, substance abuse, mental health issues, no matter what, I'm going to still rock with you. But that's not happening. The second somebody don't like something, they have to speak on it. They have to. And or, no, I can't deal with that. He don't make enough money. Can't deal with that. He ain't romantic enough. Can't deal with that. Whatever the thing isn't, they're not thinking about helping you develop it. You see what I mean? Like, you don't open doors for me, you don't do this. Most women ain't gonna say nothing to you. They just not gonna talk to you again.
But the traditional marriage vows that we have is kind of unconditional love. So if we can be able to keep up with that unconditional love, why those kind of vows?
Yeah. I mean, and I guess that's why people write their own. That's why people come up with their own agreements and wedding vows and stuff like that. That's why people write their own, because they like, you know what? I don't know if I really agree with this. So let's just go ahead and write our own vows and see, you know what I'm saying, what we can come up with, because every relationship is different. Everybody as an individual is different. So we're not all thinking the same. So why is the vows the same? I understand what somebody would say. Oh, it's just like that. It's in the text. It's God. It's this and that. Okay, that's cool. But how far is that getting everybody? How many divorces are we having? How many children are being born out of wedlock? Like, if that was really something and people really stood by that, then we wouldn't be in the predicament that we in today. Nothing is unconditional. Nothing. Everything comes with conditions, especially relationships.
But is it supposed to be that way?
I mean, I can say that it would probably make it a better place for people if we learn to genuinely love each other. But we ain't in that time, so I personally don't.
Yeah, because God said we should love like He loves us. Mm-hmm. You know, and God loves us unconditionally. And that's why God said, love your enemy, right?
Yeah, no matter what.
No matter what.
But it ain't no, I just think that the whole love aspect is getting lost, and the genuine feeling and the genuine statue of love is lost because people don't even love themselves for real.
Woo!
And that's real.
There you go.
We struggling because we don't love ourselves first. So then a lot of us will go out, and then we will find somebody to love us, to fill the void of us not loving ourselves. And if that person can't fill that void, they're not good enough. That's where we at in 2025. That's where we at.
Woo!
That's where we at. We are at we're gonna call it an epidemic. We gonna call it a goddamn epidemic that needs some type of resurrection, some type of correction, some type of something, because we struggling because the love from within don't even exist all the way. A lot of us ain't have fathers. A lot of us have estranged relationships with our mothers. So they not passing down those teachings no more. We learning everything in life off Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Threads now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we losing as a people because we going off of other people's opinions and biased opinions. instead of being raised by our elders, by our ancestors, our uncles, our aunties, our moms, our grand, we it's a gap that we missing. So until we genuinely learn how to love ourselves, we will never be able to love anybody else for real.
So why are we not able to love ourselves?
Because of the balance, we're in balance. We're in balance, mainly because of the household. A lot of us come from single parent households, so we're in balance already.
Yeah.
And then we have to go outside and seek that balance, whether we find it in religion, spirituality, a 9 to 5, a partner. We go outside to find that balance. Otherwise, we would all sit in the goddamn house and we wouldn't go nowhere. We wouldn't mingle with anybody because we wouldn't need that validation, that human interaction, right? But the truth is we lacking that. We're lacking that human interaction. We're lacking that genuine love because, again, a lot of us are lost in ourselves. So a lot of us are going to do the work, though. A lot of us are going to.
I have done the work. I'm still doing the work.
You see what I'm
man.
saying? Every day.
For real, every day. I'm
Every
still
day.
doing the work, and I continue to do the work
Every day.
the rest of my life.
Every day. Even when you do get a partner, you want to know what? When you finally get you the partner for you, everything that you've taught yourself or learned from somebody else, you have to now implement what you learned
Yeah.
in this new relationship.
Yes.
Can't go back to old ways, can't go back to old patterns of thinking. You can't go back to that, or you'll just be there. You have to flip the script. But we're not flipping the script. We're using the same old tricks on new dogs,
Yeah.
expecting for them to just sit down when we say sit down. But we're not saying sit down. We saying some old extra stuff when we could have just said, hey, sit down. Now somebody picked up a term off Instagram and used that and expected their partner to just catch on to what they was talking about.
Woo.
But again, we're losing because we not taking care of ourselves entirely. We looking for other people to complete us.
How do we find ourselves? How do we love ourselves, bro?
Well, I'm not a doctor, so I don't necessarily have the answer. But if I had to give you an answer,
Yeah.
it'll be something like this. I'm gonna say isolation. Be to yourself. Know thyself. Learn thyself. I mean wholeheartedly, not the representative, not who we want people to know us by. Like genuinely, flaws and all. Like me, I'm a Cancer. People say that we sensitive. My whole life I've been denying that. But the truth is, I am. But it's because I'm passionate. I care about everything and everybody. So I go into every room with open arms. You good, brother? You good, brother? You good, sister? You good? You know, that's just who I am. I walk in to give love. But around the wrong person, what they gonna do? Abuse it. They're not gonna handle me properly. Oh, that's a nice guy. He ain't gonna say nothing. Just eat up all the food. It don't matter. Oh, that's a nice guy. You can smoke up all the weed. It's okay. He gonna go buy some more. Yeah, drink that last little bit of that bottle. He gonna go buy another one. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, I am gonna go do all those things. However, damn, you couldn't save me no drink? You couldn't save me a little piece of the blood? You could. But this is individuals. This person is greedy. They're not gonna look at you and think, let me save my boy something since he bought everything. No, he came to smoke up everything. He came to eat up and drink up everything. That's just what he do. This is him. This is who he is. He don't never bring nothing to the party. Every party he eating and drinking up everything, right? This is who he is. But most people will see him and expect for him to be better than the last time they saw him. Why? Why do you expect for him not to take the weed if him taking weed is his story every time? But he came to your house and you was like, oh no, he ain't gonna take my weed. Oh, yes he is. Yes he is. And he gonna drink up all your drink and he gonna eat up all your food, don't offer you no money. Same type of person might see you on the side of the road and won't stop but to call you and say, hey, is that you on the side of the road? Oh man, you got a tow truck? Okay, cool. Well, I'm on my way to woo woo. See what I'm saying? Genuine, the genuineness in people is fading because everybody's starting to become more selfish.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the biggest piece.
That's the biggest
Everybody's
piece.
growing more selfish nowadays. And I'm gonna say this. I'm a very selfless person, so now I'm starting to understand why people are as selfish as they are. You see what I'm saying? Because when you're selfish, you don't get nothing. You're giving everything. You don't get that love. You don't get that reciprocation because you're not expecting it. You're selfless. You're not doing it for the reciprocation. You're doing it because of who you are. But I done got to a point in my life where I've learned that now it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to be to yourself. So isolation is more important in the beginning of learning those things about yourself, because you have to separate yourself from all of the things,
all of the distractions
that negatively contribute
Yes.
to what it is that you're going through. And if you don't, the door is just going to it's going to be the same thing. Every door you walk through is going to be the same thing, because you're not changing your mentality, your mindset.
I love what you say, because you can't give what you don't have. So if you don't love yourself, you can't love.
You can't love. Not for real.
Yeah, so first of all, you have to love yourself. You have to know yourself.
Definitely.
And you have to love God.
Yes.
I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about self-discovery. I'm talking about you telling God, Lord, reveal yourself to me. Lord, reveal me to me. And God is going to take you through that journey for real. You don't have to go to any church. You don't have to go to any... You don't have to do all of that. Just be vulnerable to God and say, Lord, lead me. Open my eyes because I'm blind. Open my ears because I'm deaf. Touch my tongue because I want to speak about your righteousness. And God is going to show you the way.
Every time.
For real. It's a journey. It's a process. Now God is going to continue to do the work to help you discover yourself, find yourself.
Yeah. But you got to do the work too, though.
That's what I'm saying. God is going to help you.
You got to do the work.
He's
too.
going to lead you, but he's going to have to take a step. That you are the one to take a step. You have to take a step. You have to do the work.
What they say, faith without works is dead, right?
It's dead, completely dead, man. So
got to do the work. Got to beat them feet.
So I think I always say this. I don't know. I don't care. Like, men are responsible for most of the shit going on in this world.
And that the fact that a lot of us are missing, it shows.
Yeah.
It shows.
We don't know any better. And just like you said about family, this is about how we were raised. Mm-hmm. We were raised in a certain way, and we start thinking that the way we were raised was the right way.
Yeah.
And
it's the only way we know.
Yeah, because it's the only way we know. And now when your eyes are open, you find out that most of the things that you know, most of the truth are lies. Do you know what I'm saying? When you start finding and start knowing the truth, you find out that most of the truth are lies. They are all, they're all shadows. So family play a major role.
Definitely.
And the whole thing trickled down because your father didn't know any better. He was taught by his own father. And your grandfather was taught by his own father, your great-grandfather. Yep. And everything keeps, trickling down. And everything they keep passing on everything, down to you. And you think you know any better. And, we keep having the same problem. So just like you said, isolation is very important. Remember when I told you that the best gift you can give yourself is the gift of singleness? Singleness, you have to just go be on your own and do the work.
Yep.
Do the work before you start finding somebody to be with.
Yep.
Go do the freaking fucking work. Like, go back, lock yourself up and say, Lord, reveal yourself to me. Yes. I want to know you. I want to know the truth. Because almost everything we know is all lies. Yeah. The way we live, the way we do things is all lies. I'm telling you, bro. We think it's the best thing. We think is success is not success.
Yeah.
We think success is about having money, accumulating wealth, and building all these things, having material. No, that's not only. That's part.
We were taught that's.
Yeah, we were taught, and now we start chasing, we start, struggling, we start, doing everything we can to, to grab the bag. But that is part of success. That is not what success is all about. The most important thing about success is you finding yourself.
Finding yourself, yeah.
And when you find yourself, one good thing about finding yourself is when you find yourself, you find God. And when you find God, you find yourself. And when you find yourself, then you can be able to attract the right woman into your life. and the world is going to be a beautiful place.
Yeah.
So the problem is ignorance. And that takes me to another thing that I want to ask you. Can you love somebody without trusting them? Now I want to talk about trust. Because I'm talking about marriage. Now let's not talk.
Okay,
I don't want to
okay.
talk about relationship because
Yeah.
relationship. I am not really a pro relationship kind of person because it's all lies and it's all facade and it's all people doing whatever they want to do. But I'm talking about marriage, which is sacred to me, which is the highest institution I can think of because it's good to get married, irrespective of the legal settings that have the legal settings have really derailed marriage and discouraged people from getting married, especially men, because everybody's scared. They don't want to be stripped of what they have worked all their life, because they want to get married.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, bro. I hate it when somebody said, this is what I hate. I hate it when you say, what does women bring to the table? I mean, that's another topic for another day. So tell me about trust and love. I mean,
I think that for me personally, I think that love is more so is an act. You treat people accordingly because you love them. And so you only do certain things out of love. When it comes to trust, I think you could love somebody, but you may not wholeheartedly love them because you don't trust them. Meaning you're not putting that guard all the way down to completely accept them because it's something about them that you can't trust. Like
Yeah.
If it's something like they cheated or right and you lost trust in them, you can still love that person. You just don't trust them for shit. Like everywhere they go, they tell you they don't. I don't trust you. You're gonna have to show me. But personally, I think that if it ever gets to that in a relationship, y'all should just. But in a relationship, you can love people wholeheartedly, but trust, I don't think that that's something that is excluded because of you loving them. Like, you just lack trust in that person because they did something, but you still love them enough to keep giving them a chance, to keep giving them the opportunity to correct themselves, to keep coming up and showing up as who they are. Now, the trust continues to stay at a lower level because you keep doing the same thing. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I know I love you, but I can't trust you in my house because every time you come to my house, something is missing. And it's only when you come to my house. Feel me? So no, I don't trust you in my house, but we can go other places. We can go out. We can go to the club together for sure. Because that means you finna go be stealing from somebody else and not me. But when it comes to me and mine, I'll keep you away from mine, and I'll just mess with you with how I need to. You know what I
can
mean?
you marry somebody you don't love?
No.
Like, this is not about trauma. This is not about your past negative experience. It has nothing to do with none of that. This is about knowledge. Like, you know that now you are dealing with a human being who is, unpredictable, who might definitely mess up tomorrow, right? You have that knowledge and understanding. And you say, okay, I don't want to trust, but I love deeply. So that's what I'm asking you. Can you love somebody and marry somebody without trusting them? Like, not because they did something in the past, not because of your trauma, not because of circumstances, but
because genuinely they haven't gained my trust?
no, because genuinely you know that it's not good to trust someone, to trust anybody.
Or to trust again, period.
To trust any fucking person in the world.
Well, no, I'm not even gonna lie. And for me, if I'm in a space where I can't trust nobody, I'm just not gonna date. I'm just not gonna try. I'm just gonna focus on me. Obviously, it's something in me that I need to zero in on because I can't trust people. Right? And yeah, you said not from past trauma, but
No,
there's no other way for you to
not to trust.
Yeah, there's no other way for you to acknowledge that you don't trust somebody without some type of past something. unless they did something and showed you right then and there, and when you first meet them, that you can't trust them.
Maybe this is a spiritual knowledge. Maybe this is a
Yeah, like overall, you just have a piece in your mind that says I can't trust everybody. So going into something, it's not that I don't trust you. I don't know if I can trust you. You haven't done anything to show me that I can trust you with something. You see what I mean? Like in our relationship, one thing I know that I can trust you with is that you're gonna grant me opportunity. That's what I can trust.
Yeah.
Chidi gonna call my phone. He gonna tell me something is, you know what I'm saying? He's going to do that. But what I can't say is that, well, I can't trust that the podcast actually gonna happen. I can't trust that when I get there, I'm gonna actually get a good seat and the camera angle's gonna be amazing. I can't trust that. But that's cap, because every time. You see what I mean? I'm learning to trust. It's a thing that you learn. You can't necessarily just give that to somebody. You know what I mean? Like if you do, then obviously you have to deal with the turmoil behind that, because you just loose with your trust and you just believe anything and anybody, right? But I believe that with trust, it's earned. It's something that when you sit next to a person, you give them something. That's why give and take is so important. I have to give you something and trust that you're going to keep it until you don't. And then that creates the room for if I trust you.
So what about what God says don't trust, but God is the only one we can trust, but we can't trust any other person. There is no place in the Bible where God says we should trust any human being. But he said we should trust him. Can't you, from that basis, from that angle, not decide not to trust a human being because you don't know what they're up to tomorrow? But you can love them irrespective of what they do or what they did.
And that could just come from just having genuine love for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just genuinely love people, okay, cool. But experience will teach you to just not give things to people. Like trust. Trust is
you being, you know what I think about GQ right now? You being real. Like, this is what is happening in real
life right now.
In real life right now. So that's exactly what you're speaking now right now. And I understand it. But personally, for me personally, I don't trust people because people are bad. I don't trust people because people have done something to me in the past. I don't trust people because I've been traumatized in one way or the other, in the past. I don't trust people because I know that they are... They put on this skin and, they can do anything to you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I try to push trust aside and I try to love you deeply and genuinely. Do you know what I'm saying? So that when you do what you do, I understand. I will say, okay,
I get it.
Yeah, you're a human being. I'll pray for you. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Everything's going to be all right. But I'm not going to be like, you broke my heart. I'm not going to be like, after all I did for you, this is what you did. Like, I'm trying to get away from that kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's why I think personally, this is my opinion, this is my perspective, this is how I'm working, and it's working for me. If I'm dreaming, don't wake me up. I want to continue to dream like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. It helps me. So I don't place expectation on people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I do not. Now, on your way here, you had an accident, right? And prior to your accident, like yesterday, I know that GQ is going to be here for real, because I know you to be someone who always show up on time, right? And something happens beyond your control. You had an accident. This is beyond your control. If I trusted you that deep, that much, it's going to really break my heart. If I was selfish. Do you understand what I'm saying? But this is beyond your circumstances, something you can't control. And now that shit happened and it didn't pop up when you're supposed to pop up, right? I said, okay, it didn't break my heart. All I did was pray everything is cool. All I did was pray that, my guy is safe. And I said, Lord, let your will be done. I didn't even know you're going to show up. I didn't know. I didn't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? I said, Lord, let your will be done. And I did not change my energy. As he's gonna tell you, I was still gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? I was still cool. My energy didn't change because
Yeah.
I trust in the Lord. You know, I don't trust in a GQ because not because he did something to me in the past. No, but because something might happen.
Yeah.
Something might happen that you couldn't control. And if I had all my trust and hope in you, it's gone.
Yeah. The show would have been over.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. You know, so that's why I don't trust. I try to, you know, people, everybody's beautiful, but you know, the world we live in is a fallen world, and the world tried to distract us with so many things. So many, that
Every day.
every day we are tempted, we are tested,
day.
we are every day things happen. You know what I'm saying? So every day things happen, and because things happen, I can't really say. I don't even know what my woman is gonna do tomorrow. She is good to me right now. I am enjoying this moment because I try to live in the moment every day. You know what I'm saying? I try to live in the moment. So she is
I'm
really
learning that right now.
yeah. So
I'm learning to live more in the moment than to try to have control of every situation,
Exactly.
every circumstance.
yeah, you got to practice how to live in the moment because that's very important. I cherish every goddamn moment because I don't know how tomorrow is gonna turn out. You know, she might wake up in the morning and say, "I'm no longer interested in this marriage," and what?
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna be broken down. No. So that's why I don't trust. I set my
I
mind.
like that. I like that.
Yeah, I set my mind on everything. Like anything can happen. And whatever happens, glory be to God. And whatever happens, Lord, let your will be done. And whatever happens, I'm going to keep moving. So that's why people say, she broke my heart. We getting divorced. We getting separated and stuff like that. Because they have this expectation and trust that they place on their partner.
Oh, I literally just endured a sad situation where I placed my trust in somebody.
Yeah.
And in the end, just like a lot of situations, you know what I'm saying, people show their true colors and they show that they are not as trustworthy as they put off.
And what you're gonna do is move away with the same energy you have, like, you know, because you don't trust and because you believe, you know that anything can happen. She might flip the page tomorrow, so you know it's gonna help you to keep your energy at the same level.
But you know, the crazy part is though, I've experienced this same distrust my whole life. So now I'm looking at it as a continued pattern.
Yeah,
I'm signing myself up for this, and I'm putting too much into people.
into people.
You feel me? But
yeah.
it's because I'm selfless,
Yeah, exactly.
and I want to see the good in people, right? I want to see everybody do good and do right, but for whatever reason, it only dawns on me when in the storm. I don't think about it possibly being a storm. It might be because I'm already going through a storm, trying to walk under another cloud, thinking it's gonna be different, and it ain't.
So are you in support people writing their own vows? Do you think people should?
I believe that at the end of it all, if you are going to write your own vows, that they should align with the marital vows that are already in place. And if you do alter it, it don't go no further than what the criteria is. But I'm also a person that advocates for self-identification. So it's like, if this don't work for you, then you go be with somebody and y'all create something that works for y'all, you know? But stay true to that too, though. You know what I mean? Like, don't flip the script and then, you know, get on that side and it's just like, oh, this don't work for me neither. You know, when it comes down to it, you have to, I feel like, is if you're concrete, if your thought process is concrete, then okay. But until then, keep trying to figure it out before you get to the point that marriage is on the table and writing vows together is on the table. But that's why that isolation is so important, because when you get with somebody, and let's just say, hey, yeah, I always thought about writing my own vows. What if she say, no, we're gonna go by the same vows that's, you know what I mean? And you thought this was the love of your life. You thought that y'all was gonna be together forever, and now y'all done hit a standstill because y'all can't agree.
So what do you think is the ultimate purpose of marriage?
Unity.
Why do people get married? Like,
I personally.
so many people ask this question, like, why do we have to
Yeah.
get married?
I think the sole purpose for marriage, for me, I can't speak for everybody, but it's unity
Okay. Unity in what?
and togetherness, man and woman, the way that it's originally supposed to be. For me, the importance behind unity will then put you and that person in the position to write the vows, to want to go get married. But until then, I wouldn't even put marriage on the board until you actually find somebody, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
build this foundation for y'all relationship first before y'all get into a marriage. No, like, yes, everything will be just peaches and cream, but
That's deep. That's deep. That's deep.
most people just go based off of what they've been told, what they saw. They want to mirror their parents' relationship. They
Yeah.
this, they that. You know, everybody comes from different backgrounds, so people get married for different reasons.
Different reasons. Like what you said about unity. I mean, that's absolutely true. I love it because, for this purpose, that should be in Genesis 1:24, something like that. I don't know. He said, for this purpose, a man should leave his father and his mother and cling to his woman, and the two shall become one. And that thing becoming one is becoming one in flesh, becoming one emotionally, spiritually, doing things, together. So that is important. That unity is very, very important. And another thing, I think one thing about marriage is having kids, raising kids the right way, and stability in the family. That's another purpose, ultimate purpose of
Creates that bondage that's supposed to be there in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we just as a people, we losing the idea and the real reasonings behind marriage. People want to do it because it look good, it sound cool.
It sound cool.
We've been together this long, we might as well get married. Yeah, but y'all been arguing and fighting the whole time. You sure you want to get married? You see what I'm saying? Like, it just got to make sense. And I think that social media plays a huge part in people's perceptions on marriage. And because when you look at TV and social media and the relationships that's surfacing and in your face every single day, they'll show happy pictures of them. Months later, weeks later, possibly, it'll be them fighting. Something in the tabloids about this person getting caught cheating.
That's true.
Or
That's
this
true.
person this
Yes,
or
sir.
that person that. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
Like,
That's true.
We are exposed to so much that controls our brainwaves and thinking that we don't think for ourselves when it comes to permanent situations like
Do you
marriage.
think if government take away this clause or these laws that they have about marriage and divorce and stripping the man of everything he has worked for, sharing things, after divorce and stuff like that? I mean, I'm talking about divorce settlement.
Yeah.
Do you think if government take away that sport, it's gonna sustain marriage?
Yeah, because then people won't see a big gain from divorce.
Woo!
I think that it's like a lot of people when they divorce, it's, we got to split the house. We got to split the cars.
Yeah.
Who's going to keep the kids, custody of the kids, and then finances. Because the truth is, when it comes to divorce, it's about who make the most money.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
I know a lot of women going through a divorce who got to pay their husbands.
That's true.
So it's not always on us to take the blow. Sometimes in the situation, it's just bad for the couple as a whole. But if the woman makes more money in certain situations, she's the one who's going to take the blow. If the man makes more money, he's the one who's going to take
And in most cases, the men are the one making the money. So I think government should take away that spot.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like when it comes to divorce, I feel like people should just be able to just walk away.
Without
Sign the
splitting,
papers.
without splitting
Sign
anything.
the papers.
That's what I'm talking about.
You leave with what you came with. I leave with what I came with.
And I guarantee you, brother, I'm telling you, brother, if you take away that stuff, that law, people are going
They'll stay
to be.
They'll stay together because they won't see the gain and separate.
They're gonna be together for
Yeah,
real.
because there's people who get divorced and never get remarried. Why is that?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Did that first marriage scar you to the point that you don't even want to do it? No, for the most part, like you said, most men are the ones who taking the blows when it comes to the breakdown of finances and marriages, or divorces, I should say. And so when that happens, yeah, hell yeah, that man, I ain't never getting married. Never again.
Never again. Yeah, that's true, man.
But the same thing vice versa. I know personally women who've gotten divorced and still say to this day, I'm never getting married again.
But why do we have that law, though?
I have no idea. I can't even speak on that because I've never been married, and so I can't.
Let me throw this question randomly to you. Why do government have that law of splitting stuff after divorce? This is crazy. Like, I don't understand the rationale behind that.
Yeah, I have no idea, brother. That's a topic I'm not too keen on because I've never been married, so I haven't even studied that.
I think we're gonna have to invite a divorce attorney to educate us on this stuff because
we need a divorcee.
Yeah, we need a
we need a divorcee for their perspective.
This is crazy, and this is the reason why most men, for real, this is the reason why most men don't want to get into marriage. They want to do their own thing. The worst they can do is child support. And that's cool.
Yeah.
Supporting your child is cool, but they don't want to go into proper marriage because of the laws, the legal things, behind.
They look at
marriage.
it as if like it's nothing to gain for real.
Because the man keeps saying, nothing to gain.
Yeah, they look at it like it's nothing to gain from
that's
marriage.
true. That's
and
true.
A lot of men that I know that's married, the only thing that they say that they gain from being married is family.
And let me tell you something.
And even that is still, you know what I'm saying, that's a touchy situation because after the divorce, the family is now broken apart. So now the man don't even got family no more. Because the kids typically go with who? The mama. The man got to move out. The man got to go find him a new house. The man got to go build his whole new life, and everything that he had, he gave to them, walked away from it, or now we fighting for it in court.
This is crazy.
It is. However, that's why it's so important that in this courting phase, I know for shit show now in my courting phases, I know for shit show, them uncomfortable questions, I'm asking through the door.
And you are watching.
Through the door. Because see, the thing is, I'm an observer, and most of the things that I don't want to ask, I sit back and observe, and I find out the hard way. That's ask backwards. I'm going to ask you right now, ma'am, what is the relationship between you and your mother? I need to know now. What is the relationship between you and your father? I need to know now. What is the relationship between your mother and your father? I need to know now. You got kids? What is the relationship between you and their father? I need to know now. I'm not waiting 6 months later to find out, because by that time I'm in love with you. And by that time I get to see who you really are. After 6 months, the representative gone. It's over. You can't keep showing me what you think I want to see. You can't keep telling me what you think I want to hear. So I'm just going to ask them uncomfortable questions in the beginning and get it over with. Oh, you ain't got no relationship with your mom, man? Relationship with you and your daddy a little rocky too? I already come from that. I don't think I want to sign up to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's up to me. I have to observe the situation. I already come from a shitty family dynamic. Why would I marry somebody else who just came from a shitty dynamic? I want better for myself. That means we're forever battle against each other about whose situation was more shitty, when we could just lean on whoever comes from a better, like, family foundation. Okay, your parents been married for 30 plus years. Those are some people I would idolize. Those are the people who I would like to sit down and talk to, just to make sure that their relationship is what it really is.
Yeah,
and it's not just what it is on paper.
Yeah, that's
you
cool.
feel me?
Yeah.
But we don't do that. We just jump straight to it. We jump straight to it, bro. On all levels, we jump straight into bed. We jump straight to date. We jump straight to having kids. We jump straight to moving in with each other. We just jump straight, and it don't work out for who in the end? Us, because we still gotta move again.
Yeah,
You gotta
that's
find
true.
us a house again. We
That's
have
true.
to go and redo this all over again. Why they just deal with whatever they dealing with in that same house you just sat there and helped them build.
What do you think about 50-50, man?
50-50. Oh Lord. I personally come from a very chaotic background, so I understand the severity of the 50-50, because it's supposed to be a tool used for us to build, right? I take half of mine, you take half of yours, and we put those halves together and we move forward. We still individuals at the end of the day. We still have our own lives at the end of the day, so it'll never be like that, you know? But to change the perspective, a lot of people should go into it 100. Everything I have, everything you have, we put it together and we move forward. That's how I think and I feel that it should go. Okay, cool. You only got 30%. I got the other 70. Cool. Together we 100. But ain't nobody. Those type of men get used and abused every day. I listen to them. I know a lot of married couples that's struggling right now, not out loud, but behind closed doors because of something. The woman not living right, the man not living right. Either way it go, the marriage isn't complete, right? For whatever reasons, that's between y'all. But 50-50, I believe, is supposed to be something used to build, to grow off of. I wouldn't mind going 50-50 with somebody who got their shit together. See what I'm saying? That matters. I can't bring you in on my wing if you don't got nothing going for yourself. So like earlier when you said you don't like the term, what do women bring to the table? Yeah, that's a very disturbing term for them to hear, because it's just like, oh, he's challenging me. Women don't like being challenged for real. As much as they say they want to learn from somebody, no, they don't. They just want somebody to do it for them, and then they can just wave the flag and say, yay, look at my husband, for the most part, right? It's only a certain group of women who actually will come stepping with you, who will bring something to the table to contribute to what it is that you already got going on. So let's just say you're a construction worker. You got a construction company, right? And your woman dabble in contracts for manufacturing and all that good stuff, right? And they need a construction crew to come and build this new warehouse, right? As the wife, the first thing would be, let me call my husband to see if he got a crew big enough for this project, right? Truth is, they're not gonna do that. I know somebody who's going through that right now. You are in construction, your wife looking for construction workers, but didn't call you? What does that say about y'all marriage? Is that 50-50? Is that togetherness? Is that unity? No, because that contract could have saved y'all lives. It could have changed y'all lives because y'all married. Which means everything that's gained from this situation, y'all all benefit from. Why wouldn't you put your man in that position? It's like D, that's like D. He's in videography, he's in media, he's in woo out the bam, right? And his lady know some TV personalities. His lady know some actors, some actresses, some up and coming actors and actresses.
Yeah.
And she should call D, so that D can bring these artists on his platform to boost his platform, which will ultimately boost their platform as a unit. Why we don't have that though? Because people ain't thinking 50-50. They just not. They mentality isn't 50-50 no matter what. It's just not. It's a thing you have to want to build with somebody if you're gonna be in that mindset. But for the most part, in my experience, I've learned that a lot of women don't want to build with you. They want you to come built already, so that they don't have to go through the turmoil of the road with you. Like, oh man, I had a contract, I missed it. Look at their face and watch how uninterested they become when you tell them something isn't successful.
Now let me tell you, we're gonna have these convo women around us.
Yes,
so that,
definitely.
You know,
because
so
I
that-
want their perspective on it. I want somebody to correct it and or deny.
This
you
is
feel
very
me?
interesting. This is very interesting, and we have to come to the end of this episode, man. This is so wonderful, man.
Oh man.
Brother,
Yes, sir.
appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's dope, man. Everything I've learned
Oh, we was
love
about
from
to
you.
get into it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you
Every
100.
time.
100.
Every time.
Thank you, man.